Our current events article presentation is titled Bat Pups Babble and Bat Moms Use Baby Talk, Hinting at the Evolution of Human Language, written by Ahana Aurora Fernandez, presented by Natalie Frank, Paige Pasadin, and Sophie Kalopoulos. The purpose of this current event article was to research the idea that defines the human race, which is language and how it is developed. The author wanted to answer the questions about how humans acquire language and how it is further developed as we age. She turned to her studies of behavioral biology to further delve into the research of human language and how biology and language develop. The research looked into greater sacked-winged bats to find similarities in their abilities to produce effective language signals such as vocal imitation, babbling, and infant-directed speech in comparison with human infants and mothers. This article connects many different elements from our coursework to their scientific research. To start, we can see that speech programming, planning, and execution would be related to this language acquisition and development article. The research focuses on the bat's abilities to babble and imitate their mothers, which basis exists in the cognitive linguistic process and speech programming, planning, and execution. The bats have cognitive abilities that present similarly to human infants. Their speech comprehension abilities follow the same steps we learned in class, specifically the evaluation, integration, and decision-making process involved in the understanding of the auditory signal. Lastly, the bats are mammals, holding some, but not all, anatomy that is also comparable to humans, such as the tongue, larynx, and vocal tract. These structures are what help us produce speech sounds.
The findings found in this article are peer-reviewed and discovered as accurate claims. The author is a behavioral biologist who specializes in bioacoustics and biolinguistics. This study, being the first formal analysis of its kind, it provides new information that the babbling produced in these animals does share features similar to human infant babbling. While reading this article, there are a variety of in-text links provided to other studies to validate the claims that are made. Many of these studies were also completed by the author. The author adequately interpreted scientific information in their article by addressing over 50 references.
This article is both sound and valid. The researcher followed 20 pups from birth and studied their babbling from 2.5 to 10 weeks old. This study provided the first formal analysis with the results that babbling does share features of human babbling. Some of the features that were similar included duplication of syllables, rhythm, and early onset of babbling. This article uses references to other scientific articles to provide support for their hypothesis and findings. The conclusion of this article was proven by the premises of the study and has a valid structure for the conduction of the study. As the researcher observed the bats in their natural habitat, the development of babbling and infant-directed speech was able to support the relationship between bats and human babbling. The result of studying animal communication in comparison to humans is significant. It can make a real impact on how we interpret and learn language as humans. With bats, mothers produced a distinct call at their pups while babbling. This can translate to how we alter our speech depending on who we are addressing in conversation. The infant-directed speech uses a higher pitch, slower tempo, and exaggerated intonation. This shows that humans are not the only ones that are changing their voice based on who they are addressing.
Our discussion questions are: have you had an experience with other animals that is similar to the finding of this article? And what are your thoughts on the role of baby talk and babble in shaping a child's communication skills?